Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. The two of us.
I said go.
Wow, I didn't know you said go. I don't know what that was. All right, welcome back, Mostyle fam. Mr. Stay Mobbing today here, aka Mr. Mostyle,
Lady Mostyle.
and we are back with another Sip Something Friday. And today, what we gonna try is some tequila. Now, this tequila has been going nuts on TikTok and everybody here for the last few months or whatever. It's just been blowing up like crazy. And y'all know, I sips some tequila. Y'all know my favorite is the Casamigos. That's been my number one, which I was gonna grab that tonight. I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and try this Casamigos and see what it's like.
By the way,
So-
Spanish is bad.
It's Casamigos.
Casamigos. Casamigos.
Don't ever do that again.
Don't do
That was basically motivated.
No, it's not. Hey, I watch Narcos. Okay.
That does not give you the right.
Don't ever do that
So
again.
well, y'all get the picture. But so this is the Casamigos, the Resposado, and let me see, what is this?
I would have butchered that so bad.
Yes, I would. It's 100% tequila, agave azul. Pretty much like all other tequilas.
Read what it says on the back. It says something like
And it's
vanilla.
come from, how you pronounce that?
Let me see it.
Jalisco, Mexico? I'm butchering it, so I ain't even gonna go there, but I'll let you read.
It's probably
It's not-
pronounced
it's not-
as
it's
an
not-
H because most of the time
Or it's silent.
it's J's or H's. So
Yeah.
I know it just said something about vanilla. I thought I saw something with vanilla tasting.
Notes of a smooth vanilla finish. That's it. All the other stuff is just the normal government warnings. So,
You know, I don't care for vanilla, so
we're gonna see what this is like for the first time. Hopefully it's a good buy since everybody has been going crazy off of it. I was gonna get the Blanco, but I didn't see it at the time, so I just grabbed this one. So let's go ahead and pop this top. Oh, and this is Numero Uno 22040. So I'm assuming this is bottle 22040.
I mean that's the reason why they would have it on there. They probably have a keep count of each bottle.
22,040.
That made you late.
I don't know. I want the number one bottle. I wonder who has the number one bottle.
Probably the owner.
Probably.
Probably ain't even cracked it yet. You know what? Should reach out to him. Well, you know what? I think this was the tequila we watched. It was on the little thing.
Oh, the we
And
watched
they
the
was-
documentary
It wasn't. Well, I guess it was a documentary.
It was
And they was going through it
about
and
how they
explaining
age
everything,
it.
how they age it and how they make it. I'm gonna have to pull it up and see if I can find that and look at it again. I think this is that tequila. But like I said, I like tequila. I'm a tequila sipper. I didn't move past the Patron. Patron used to be the stuff back in the days, you know.
We have not moved past Patron.
I
Because if we
have.
out, we drink Patron.
No, we don't. I always get 1800 or Don Julio. That's my go-to.
That's true.
But we did
We
have
did.
Patron, as y'all seen in our last couple of videos back. We did try it, and I think we said that then it was for the first time. Okay. Well, you gotta sniff that. Take a whiff of that. Come on.
It smell like beer. That's what it reminds me of.
She said that is so disrespectful.
It kind of smells like beer.
This does not smell like no beer.
It kind of, to me, it do. You can give me a shot glass.
No, we're not doing glasses.
No ice.
What you gonna do if?
It's ice in it.
What you gonna do if I have to give up drinking?
I'm gonna be like
How's this gonna
Noriega
work?
and Drink Champs.
Is it honey Sylvia?
Y'all been having some issues with my blood pressure. I personally think that it's coming from the alcohol
Nah.
because that's the only time that my blood pressure is up. I have a machine and I've been
No, it's
taking my
not.
blood
It's
pressure.
from your work, your job.
Definitely is.
Definitely.
My numbers have been low yesterday and today.
Yeah, because you ain't at work. You've been off. What you mean? We gonna take it Monday when you back at work. Dude, that stuff gonna be through the roof.
Whatever.
By the way, my shoes are.
No. Nobody care. Why does child keep talking about her shoes, y'all? Anyway.
Well,
So I guess we supposed to drink this tequila straight since he don't have nothing to chase it with. Knowing she don't do that.
You know, good tequila, you're really not supposed to chase it with nothing. You should be able to just sip it and let it do what it do. Oh, I see that
Try
first
with some
reaction.
lemonade.
Woo!
Want to try with some strawberry lemonade?
It's got a burn to it, sir.
Oh,
Like right here.
no, we can't. She can't drink this.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's good.
It's not bad, but
Ain't no burn. It's like the normal. You feel it going down here. It's still smooth. Okay.
it's smooth, but it got a little kick to it. But look, I want to just keep it 100. I can taste the beer. I don't care what he's saying. It do got a beerish. Maybe it's.
I don't know what she's talking about, y'all. Hold on, let me see. Is this one of them? I think this is one of those. They was, remember I was talking about. Cuddy was telling me that this is like the celebrity tequila. I think this is.
I don't know.
Cause is this George? It looked like George Clooney written on this bottle.
That looks like.
I wonder if this is tequila.
It might be, cause I know he got one. But
But I heard they, you know, like I think I was saying before that.
Sir, they don't care
Yes,
about
they do.
George Clooney being on the bottle.
It's not a pop. It's his they tequila, they brand, which means it's like a cheaper tequila. When at least that's what I heard. When celebrities get endorsing tequilas, it's not the top grade tequila. You know, that's why I don't see nobody with Casamigos.
Really, sir? Cause it's $150 a bottle.
No, it depends on which one you get.
Well, I'm pretty sure y'all didn't want to see us going back and forth about no tequila. Who on it?
Hey, this is what we do.
You should have had all this research done before we did the video.
I like to go with the flow. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he was just mad because we was trying to take our thumbnail, and I was trying to get my perfect Snapchat picture on, and he was mad because I was trying to get a good picture. I mean, a picture's everything. Don't y'all agree? It just, you have to be in the right frame of mind, the right mode. Yeah, I'll take like at least 5, and then I delete the ones I don't like.
No, we gonna get the Blanco. I see a drink thing in the mix. Ooh, Case cider. I had to try that. Some warm cider will be at work tripping.
Really?
Yeah, that looks good.
It do look good.
But I didn't see no. How did I get to Twitter? I'm old, y'all.
Really, sir? Focus.
I am focused. I'm looking for something.
Y'all, I swear to God. Anyway, so I wonder if any of you guys got out and did this what they call that?
I don't know what.
Shopping.
Oh, Black Friday?
Yeah, the Black Friday.
Which that's what I'm doing on the computer, you know.
That's what he was
Trying
doing.
to get some last minute
Instead of getting on the camera,
Black
he
Friday
was
gifts
watching
before
Amazon.
them deals shut down. What deals there are? 'Cause
You can't
there's
find
not a lot of deals, a lot of stuff, you know. Especially with Apple. Somebody posted Apple product Black Friday deal went down like 1 penny. I think it was McCuddy, LA, out backwards. If you don't know, I think he had
it
posted
really didn't
something.
go down 1 penny if you gotta add tax.
Huh?
Really didn't go down 1 penny if you gotta add tax.
Well, the regular price went down 1 penny, but yeah, I get what you said.
y'all can't drink this straight. What? I'm not built for it, okay?
Is that Red Bull you're adding?
So I'm adding some peach nectar, Red Bull. Red Bull ain't giving me no money for this.
They ain't giving you wings.
They ain't giving me wings.
Red Bull gives you wings.
They ain't giving me. I needed a little boost because
Yeah, I think this is because he's just on here. I'll just.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's him. So
Blanco. So yeah, I guess George Clooney do got something to do with this tequila. It's winter. It's on here. A lot of winners.
But y'all, my health has been funny.
So we're gonna have to tag him on
Yeah,
IG with this.
sure. Why not? I mean, hey, you know what? Last time we did a video, we used Rick Ross stuff, and normally the alcohol brand will like our post or something, but he actually liked our post. Did you notice that?
No, because he don't pay attention.
Yeah.
You know what? I still haven't looked at our actual, since you set it up. I think I went through it and maybe added something. I still haven't officially been on our IG Mostyle fam channel.
Yeah, you should.
Which
That's what
is
you running it, so you got it. You pass it on.
Sorry, our Instagram, you guys, is Mostyle fam, just the same as the YouTube channel, and you guys can also like our posts, share our posts. We don't just do alcohol on there. We're doing promoting foods. We're sometimes if we have like I posted a mimosa that I use rose with, and that's the post that I noticed that he liked. And another, if you don't get focused, sir.
I ain't focused.
Okay.
I'm scrolling. I'm looking for stuff.
And
you have to find a patent.
and so, I mean, it's always good. We post the videos, and whatever alcohol that we use, we normally tag them so that they can check us out, go look at the videos or whatever. And this is the second time that I've noticed that a star has. I will say, Diddy, we've used Ciroc.
You know what? I'll probably do his tequila next time. De Leon.
Well, he did not say anything on either one of our posts.
You know,
he didn't like them or anything. I know they got other things to do.
That's when you big.
But
They probably don't even be on there. They got people that controls all of that, controls all their social media, post their stuff, but if y'all do have those people, y'all people need to get back with the regular people who out here supporting y'all brands. Y'all should respond back, for y'all bosses. Since they busy.
We don't get anything from Field Roast, plant-based foods, but I've done 2 or 3
I was about to say, who the heck
meals
is
with
Field
them.
Roast?
I've done 2 or 3 meals. I did the sausage, potatoes, and onions, and they're plant-based. I did another meal, and I posted that on YouTube, and they always hit me up and let me know that they appreciate and then told me to try other things that they're adding to there and let them know my thoughts. So, I don't know if you guys know, we are trying to get into not necessarily plant-based eating, but moving away from so much meat and going into our vegetables. And so every once in a blue moon we'll do foods where we try the plant-based options.
You did.
And I recorded a video and I posted my first one, and I just wanted to see what you guys thought about it, and if you were interested in that type of content.
Health is wealth. Gotta stay healthy.
So, I mean,
especially with everything they putting in the food nowadays, man. It's just scary on what you eat, and even with the companies buying plant-based food,
it's not cheap.
Even like, what is that? Well, if you look and find out, when Beyond Burger first came out, I tried it. They were good, especially if you went to a good Burger King restaurant and they actually.
No, that was Impossible Burger. We had the
Burger
King does the Impossible Burger.
Yeah, the Impossible Burger.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good for Impossible Burger. Then you find out all the ingredients and stuff that's made. Like, I see something recently from a fit guru that I follow and stuff. He was talking about the pesticides that are in there.
Well, that's sprayed on your vegetables.
And that's the stuff that's killing everybody. So I was like, well, I'm glad I haven't been eating that in a while. So, but you got to really do your research even now when stuff is plant-based and all this organic stuff. You can't trust none of these companies because they just slapping that on there and
hiking up
collecting your money, thinking you really eating something organic, clean, plant-based. So somebody needs to do like some surprise visits on these manufacturing places where they do all of that and see, what are you actually doing here and this and that and what's coming out.
But that's why a lot of people who are eating vegan are starting to make their own little things. Like, you can make your own burgers, take your own veggies, and do in the food processor and make, you know, with chickpea and a few other things, and make your own veggie burgers and, you know, things like that of that nature. So I mean, when you get into, you're right. When you get into being vegan, you really have to be dedicated to being a vegan, to do the research on how to eat, what's the proper nutrients you need, because a lot of vegans, when they first start off, they lack a lot of nutrients, so they slim down a lot. So it's just really learning what you can eat, how to implement things. You have to start eating things that you don't normally eat. And that's been our biggest issue, because there's a lot of things we don't eat. Like, we don't like eggplant. We're not really fans of Brussels sprouts. A lot of things that we could be eating, we don't really care for them. Just because we've had like one or two bad experiences.
That was that old stuff. Like, moms used to fix eggplant. Tried that once. I've never, ever eat eggplant.
If I can fry green tomatoes, I will eat fried green tomatoes.
You can.
Oh my God, they're so hard to
put
find.
them in that, but you put them in deep frying them with all that grease and that oil.
Well, if you use an avocado oil,
oh yeah,
or
depending on how you
coconut oil,
you just gotta batter it right.
Yeah, but I haven't been. I'm gonna be honest. I have not really seen a good selection of green tomatoes. What's up with that? Without going to Whole Foods or.
You know, that's because, you know, when we had when everything was really shut down.
Before that.
No, but you noticed a difference. Well, you weren't going to the store as much, because I typically go to the store and buy all the food. But I noticed a difference since the whole COVID quarantine and everything. Then think about it. You had a lot of that stuff was shutting down. Then you didn't have the people who pick and all the vegetables and fruits. And all that, yeah. Well, not just farmers, but you know, you have a lot of what trips me out about America is people don't understand or realize how much Mexicans do for the country.
Hispanics.
Hispanics. They handle
a lot of our fruits and vegetables.
You don't see many white people out in them fields picking fruits and vegetables. Normally, every time I always see it or something, it's always the Hispanics, Mexicans, or whatever. They out picking the fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. So when you had the whole quarantine, you know, that changed a lot. And I noticed a difference when going to stores from that.
Well, I mean, so like I said, you just really, with the becoming a vegan, you really have to figure out how you want to game plan it. I've had issues with my hormones, so I'm supposed to stay away from tofu and stuff like that.
You just gotta do it slow, moderate.
So
you know, it's just like our kinfolk, Brian.
His
Be proud. If y'all seen that video, a few videos back, he ended up starving to death and eating some chicken here
at our house.
And I think we corrupted him, because come to find out,
he said he haven't ate chicken prior to that.
No, he said he's been dibbling and dabbing back in chicken a lot, because he ate chicken.
When we had it that day.
We had Thanksgiving was the other day, so he came over. And typically he always come over and eat vegetables and stuff like that. But I was like, boy, you eating chicken again? So I'm like, man, we done messed you up. Threw him off a little bit.
He said, yeah, we got him started back on it.
That's what happens when you cook some fire-ass chicken. Somebody takes that chicken, it's just like kryptonite. Especially my chicken. Everybody was killing that chicken. But that's a whole nother story.
Whatever.
I ain't gonna tell my secrets on that.
Yeah, please. Okay.
Somebody
injects chicken, but never come in the kitchen to check it, flip it, put anything else on it.
Because that's part of your job, you know.
So stop saying you cooked the chicken, because you didn't.
I didn't say I cooked the chicken.
Think about it, the oven cooked the
Yes, the oven cooked the chicken. Me and your daddy even said that.
First of all, I watched the chicken.
I did the hard work.
I put extra seasoning on the chicken. I put the cream of chicken on there, mixed it with the extra stuff that I'm not saying what else I mixed in there.
Go ahead and tell everybody.
No, because it ain't everybody's business. I made it and put it in there and baked it to where it was just falling off the bone.
Because I told you to keep cooking it till it's crispy.
You ain't told me nothing.
You know how I tell you to cook the chicken, you cook the chicken.
Yeah.
Anyway, black man
He
can't
right.
ever
He
get no
cooked the
credit.
chicken.
I didn't cook the chicken. I did the most valuable thing in it, prepping it, make sure it's seasoned right. But it's okay. It's okay.
But if you don't, y'all.
But yeah, you know, what was we talking about?
But it's
your
getting
veganism.
hard to stay married in the climate that you put me in.
I ain't even gonna go there.
Yeah, that's you
You
shouldn't.
better take a sip of that.
I ain't gonna change my thoughts.
But yeah, the world has been crazy as usual. We just had the verdict of the Ahmaud Arbery case and the cow written. Is that his name?
Whatever his name
So, you know, which on the cow written is crazy. On the whole judge, which how the judge played that, we all know how this was gonna end up.
From the very beginning.
You know, only thing my whole trip with the whole case is how this judge is gonna let, for what he do, he let him pick the jurors. Or well, I guess he really didn't let him pick the jurors. That he still had to pull out of a spin up name list toss or whatever and pick the names. He let him do that. But my whole thing is when he threw out the weapons charges for being 17 with a assault rifle. And I think it was unlicensed from what they were saying.
Something like that.
I could be wrong, but
he threw out 2 charges.
He threw out some. I was like, that's crazy. Now, if that would have been anybody else, assault rifle, minor, you automatically getting that charge. And I'm wondering why the feds didn't get in on that. Because normally.
But look, let me on the opposite side of that, I've been seeing people that are in the military or in the service, different branches, posting things saying, how can everybody be mad and calling him a white supremacist because he defended himself, and in this country it shouldn't be illegal for him to defend himself. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. And I'm like, yeah, you're saying that because he looks like you. But if
I ain't even gonna say that.
You say that?
No.
You don't think so?
No, because even though he was wrong for going out there with the weapon in the first place in that mass, where everything was crazy, I'm not gonna go out there.
I mean, he didn't even live in that city.
I'm not gonna go out there and try to do anything with my firearm because I already know in my mind what's gonna happen if somebody approach you. So most people, he probably was thinking like, oh, ain't nobody gonna do nothing. They see me with this weapon, and then they'll just back off. So nah, it don't work like that. So somebody gonna test you and gonna walk up on you.
He got walked up on.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have been there anyway with it from the get-go. That's what I say. If he wouldn't have been there anyway from the get-go, he shouldn't have been there. But the main thing is that rule needs to go through the whole playing field for everybody.
Well, I just don't like the fact that you can pick and choose how you want.
It's not picking and choosing. It should go through the playing field for everybody. If I walk down the street with my weapon with something like that and something happened, you
should be treated the same way.
It should be treated the same, and that's the whole problem with the whole system thing. We can throw out many things over and over again on people of color not being treated the same way when the same instances happen. It's even back with the police officer who shot the white woman by accident.
What?
This was like a few years ago when what's the old boy who got the one that had his girl and the daughter in the back seat and he got shot. I'm sorry, y'all, I can't think of his name right now.
You mean the young black guy who got shot by the officer?
Yeah, and with the
His
Asian
girlfriend
guy.
was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
By the Asian guy. But they was using that. It was like, yeah, the same incident. A black guy ended up shooting a white lady by accident. It was something. He was a cop, but he ended up getting jail time. So the same things are never straight down narrow for everybody, for people of color. You just can't continue to keep doing stuff where we see
see the blatant difference. Yeah,
the blatant difference. This group of people is getting treated this way with it, but this group of people, they do the same thing, and their outcome is totally different from the rest of the other people. That's the problem.
This is
If-
my
if-
biggest
if,
issue.
if you're gonna have it down, if it's gonna be straight narrowed down the line, it should go the same way for everybody.
Right, because
It's like if I get caught selling some drugs a certain amount, and an opposite race get caught with the same amount, we should get the same amount of time,
But it's not
the
gonna
same amount of
happen that way.
everything.
Look,
No, it can happen.
the reality
no,
to it
no,
is-
no. The reality to it is, it could happen. The problem is, people don't stand up. Think about it. It's just like what I'm saying. If everybody's so pissed, stop doing certain stuff.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
It's just like we send our kids to fight for this country,
Well,
go to the military, do all this stuff. Don't go to the military. All y'all military people who see this and think this is unfair and injustice, leave.
well,
If it's that important, that will change some stuff. Because think about it, the government, they don't want to be attacked on no fronts. So just imagine, let's just say, for instance, if World War, which is going to happen anyway, 3 break out. What if a certain race of people decide, you know what, we're not doing nothing. We're going to let y'all fight this out. We're going to pull all our people back and cover all of us. We're going to leave y'all out to the front.
well,
to
this
do
is
everything.
this is the
That's going to change everything.
This is
You
the
can't-
biggest
you
thing.
can't-
Like with your boy Armand Aubrey, and the 3 guys that cornered him and killed him.
Which that's crazy.
But they were following a law from 1816.
Well, which I get it. If you in your neighborhood and you police your neighborhood, you should be able to do that.
But
that's,
that law has been in place since 1816. Has not been reviewed. Has not been pulled.
Ain't no-
has not been nothing
but
until they shot him.
ain't none of the laws been pulled or reviewed since around way back then.
And those things need to change.
all them laws need to be changed.
All those things need to change. One of the main reasons why some things
But there's
can
nothing.
happen.
There's nothing wrong with you policing your community. That's what we.
There's nothing wrong with
that's
policing your
what-
community. My people, my oldest neighborhood.
It's what we saying black people should do with all the
That's
crime.
what the home association was.
Nah, they didn't really do that. They
No.
collected
That's
your
what
money.
it used to be. Our neighborhood prevention program that we had in our neighborhood, they literally would all come together, have meetings, and they would take it to the Kansas City Police Department over by where we stayed, or they would talk to advisory boards. They would go through, but it would have to go through a voting thing for the neighborhood first.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing as being able to see like the neighbor next door is dealing drugs and you know he's dealing drugs. They didn't go over there and catch them themselves and be like, hey, police officers, we caught them doing this and this and we holding them. Y'all need to
No,
come
they
pick
would
them up."
call
See, that's
and
the
say
difference.
they had somebody at the police
that's-
department that they would call,
but
and that person, they would come out and police
Yeah,
them.
and they would come out and check, but by then everything is gone. So you need to actually catch that person yourself. Which I get that whole policing your community and watching over it, but what they did was just totally.
But times have changed. A lot of
Yes,
people in neighborhoods don't want to get killed
Times have got a lot worse, and then
because you young kids.
it's gonna stay the same way.
I mean,
That ain't gonna change nothing. It's like what you're saying. You're gonna have to take fear out of everything. You're gonna have to stop saying. It's like you're saying. People don't want to get involved when they seeing bullshit. When they seeing stuff happen out in public.
they just want to record.
Because you know why? Because you taking that chance of risking your life, and nobody wants to risk their life for nothing no more. That's why you can see plain and day. I remember it was just something up in New York where a lady was getting assaulted or raped, almost raped on the train.
subway, yeah, I
and
heard.
Didn't nobody want to do nothing.
No, but everybody recorded it.
I'm like, that's crazy.
And they said it was our men.
And don't nobody want to get involved because they don't want to risk their life. They get involved, they get shot, they get dead, and then it's no more of them. Which I can get that at a point, but until sometimes where people just stop being scared and like, you know what, we gon' do what we have to do. But then it goes back to the laws. The laws don't cover you when you do what you have to do to defend somebody else. Even more instance with the police officer. I think I posted here recently.
Oh, the
They
one
trying to give
who
him
told
like,
on the
yes,
cops that was
he
doing
told
wrong.
on the cops that was they beating a guy and tased him to death,
And he died. The
he
guy
told
died.
on it. Now they trying to give him 20-something years for that.
Also because he told on his fellow co-parts.
So that's crazy. So all of that needs to change, but that ain't gonna change until people start doing stuff to make change. And it's like what certain people said. The only way to make changes in America is through pockets. When we see that with the whole COVID thing, and money. It's all about money. The whole country shut down. They panic like crazy. They talk about they ain't never had money to give for reparations or none of that. We seen over this last year or so, all the trillions of dollars they was able to come out like this and to keep everything running.
I mean,
so if you start shutting down pockets of certain organizations and business and saying, you know what, we're not gonna do this until we get this. We're not gonna send our kids, we're not gonna send our sons and daughters to go fight for a country who are not giving us the same guarantee and respect that we deserve, that you give your people. For what?
well,
Why am I gonna go risk my life to do all of this when I see the struggle here in the city where ain't nobody gonna fight back for it?
well, that also means that in our homes, this has been I don't disagree with you, but this has always been the difficulty in cultivating two different personalities when raising kids, because and it's nothing wrong with it. So when I say this, don't take it the wrong way. But you have a rebellion mindset because you've read a lot of things and
it's not even just
you've seen things and you've experienced a lot of things. Wait, just let me finish my thought. You've had those things, and for me, I did not come out of home at the age that you did. So the experiences that you have, I didn't have the exact same types of experiences. One, because I was a black woman, and two, because I was older when I left. You left home at 15, 16. I didn't. So you had more run-ins with the laws and different things like that. Whereas I did have a lot of friends get murdered, but that's different. And so when we cultivated our lives together, when we raising our kids, you're raising them to be rebellious and to see things that are not right and stand up for it.
That's not being rebellious.
Some people would call it rebellious.
No, it shouldn't.
But it's just standing up for what's right.
What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong.
For me, I try to be which the way you teach our kids, and I move in more in love and trying to give people an opportunity to prove you wrong. And it's been difficult for me. It ain't been hard for you because you stayed pretty much doing the exact same thing you've always done since we started together. But for me, I've just always tried to say, like, give people the opportunity to teach you how to treat them. And it's been really hard for me the past few years to tell my kids, that the law don't care about you, that these people don't care about you, that especially when we have a kid that's going into law enforcement, it's been really difficult to have conversations with him, knowing that he feels like he can make a major difference. And me like, boy, at the end of the day, are you not paying attention to what's happening?
No.
I want to believe that he can make a difference. I want to believe that his heart and his mind, and he says that God is leading him in this path, that it's genuine and that it's right for him. But I pray about every day, like, God, please keep your hands over my kids, because the last thing I want him to do is come away from the police department feeling bitter, especially because he feels like that's his purpose. Yeah. But then you see the culture of our world.
Well, but you're going to have to pick and choose. You're going to have to either be that person like the cop just get ready on trial for 20 years because you stood up for the truth, or are you going to be one that's going to be one of those, what we call, if there's good cops, why ain't none of the good cops saying nothing about none of the bad cops? So that means it's always going to be bad cops if none of the good cops actually stand up and say, hey, he's a bad cop, he needs to be out of here.
Well, you just pray that you have discernment and that your son feels repelled to do that if he sees that, and God forbid if he's punished for that, like for speaking up. It's just a really hard thing, because I want to raise my kids because I was raised that way. My parents grew up during a time where they were unable to be educated with white people, with their white counterparts, and be able to have an education with whites in a regular school. However, my parents still raised us in love, to be loving to people, to be accepting of people, to allow people to show you the differences. And I tried to raise the kids in the same exact way, by showing them how I have my relationships, how I cultivate and interact with other people, and how you can be the difference sometimes by just giving people an opportunity to show you something different and you showing them something different. But it's been very hard to do that in the culture of the world we have today and not corrupt my kids, because the last thing I want my daughter at 15 to think is like that white people really don't like you and you just need to accept it. I don't want to have to tell them that, but the world told her that last year. And then I had to come in and have a conversation with her and talk to her about the culture. Do you know how heartbreaking that stuff is to our kids?
Well, it shouldn't be heartbreaking. The truth is the truth.
I understand that, but you
know, people are trying to live in an unrealistic world. When you understand that this is the world, and like I said, nothing's gonna change until that day that a lot of us believe.
Yeah, because I remember like having a conversation with Nyla last year about everything that was going on, and I felt it was necessary because I didn't know what the schools was gonna talk to her about, but I wanted her to be prepared, and I wanted her to be educated, and I wanted her to know, and I wanted her to understand what's happening and not have a biased view of it. And to me, the saddened part that I'm extremely upset about is this need to record things that are happening and nobody doing a damn thing to stop it. Nobody compelled or man enough to stand up or woman enough to stand up, but we definitely re-record.
Because it goes back to what I'm saying.
Somebody literally records this man getting killed.
But people not gonna do anything because of their own lie. We seen what happens when we record. Like I said, it goes back to the law. You record, then you punish. Just like the guy, the guy that recorded the been sipping. So y'all got to forgive me for these names. The one guy who, when everything started in New York, I think he was up in New York.
The big set, the heavy set black guy
who got choked out. Yeah, about the cigarettes.
It was tons of people recording.
Yeah, no, it was just the one guy who was the main guy who recorded. What they do? Charge him. How you gonna charge me for recording you doing something
out of
line and killing people? But you gonna charge me? I think he got time actually. I think he got some time for that.
This is the crazy part about it. That's what makes
that's what needs to be. That's one of the things that needs to be changed as well.
This what makes me so furious, because when I've heard stories from my grandmother talked about what she experienced in Mississippi being hosed down, and her actual experiences of having intervened and what happened to her, like how graphic the things are. And my grandmother used to talk about it like it was just nothing, like being shot a hose at because she was standing up for somebody else's rights, not hers, but somebody else's rights in Mississippi. Just thinking about her not being afraid, knowing that she got kids,
and that's the difference.
To come home
that's the difference now.
Everybody's so quick to record.
No, everybody's afraid. You should record.
So my grandma was a G. That's what you're telling me. Like, all you people are weak.
But you should record. Recording is capturing everything.
I mean, I
you
get
got
that
a better
part.
chance because, like, before recording and these camera phones came out, there's a lot of stuff that used to happen. I know stories of cats that.
I mean, you have your own story of what happened while we were sitting and watching. When you got pulled over at Olathe, Kansas.
Oh, well, yeah. That's a whole nother story. But I know stories where cats then got planted with drugs on them. Yeah. Then it got taken of their money and all types of stuff from officers. So they just going on about their way and just let them go and do whatever they doing. So
it's risky now to even record. If you pull a camera out to record,
but that's my point. They want to throw a fit like you can't record us and such, but you do everything. It's like even what we saying with CJ on 32s in Florida.
Oh, he said he wasn't speaking.
How the officer pulled him over and said that you was just stopped in the middle of the street. He was like, dude, everybody watching, seeing him just drive on, but the cop come up and want to issue him a ticket, said you just stop in the middle of the thing. But no, he had to stop to get around, let some cars go through or whatever. But the cop just wanted to be an ass. Like, nah, you stopped and you stopped in traffic. But thousands and thousands of people down there, but he want to be like that.
But this,
and like the cop said, now they gonna force you to come all the way there for a ticket and show the footage of you just moving just to get it thrown out.
Right, because that's what they told him. Like, bring your camera and show them what really happened.
You shouldn't have to go through all that. You should have been able to show them right there. Look, dude, I got the footage. This is here. You can look at it. There's no reason for me to have to come back down. There's no reason for me to even take this ticket because you're on some BS right now.
Well, this is what I'm gonna just say. For me, I know.
Like I said,
I mean, I feel devastated last year because I found that even some of my friends that of other nationalities last year thought that I was coming from an unfair place in conversations because I would talk about my experiences and how this is what I go through daily. And this wasn't a new conversation. This was a conversation that I had prior. They knew about things that have happened, and when all of the craziness went on, watching people that you think are your friends that are another race post things and say things that if they posting it and saying it is their truth, but they've never said it to you
because it's survival mode. Every race has something, especially when you in power and in control, that you want to keep that, you want to attain that. So yeah, unless they live next door to you every day and see everything. But most of these white people who you talking about, they ain't never lived in the community. They ain't never seen none of this. They ain't never lived around such and such.
I was hurt by those things, but that's how naive I am.
So they don't know the ins and outs of everything we go to on a daily basis. Now you have some that live right next door and everything. Yeah, and they get it.
Yeah.
And
I think the most heartbreaking thing for me was watching it and realizing like I'm really watching somebody dying on.
Yeah, and they gonna
on Facebook.
They gonna come up with excuses, but it's crazy because even with the Witten, what was it? I think couple of them who died were white. Did both of them die?
Oh, what are you talking about? With the guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he killed two white guys, and the black guy was hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even Nala. Did your school talk about what went on last year? Did any of your classes?
She was in homeschool last year.
She was in homeschool, but they still had. They didn't have conversations about what was going on.
It was online. They didn't say nothing about
they just was keeping
at all.
Yeah, they ain't trying to touch that. You see,
this school talks about that stuff.
The school you're in now. So she's in high school now, but she's in a completely different district now. She was being homeschooled during the George Floyd, and she was home. And so do you feel like we had great conversation about it? Open conversation, dialect? Did you feel like you better understood what was happening? But she still was emotional about it. We talked to your brother, and we all had dialects about it together. And then this school she's in now, you guys, she's in high school, where in the district she was in before, she would have continued to be in the junior building for her 9th grade year, but we moved to a different district, which is Fort Worth ISD, and it's majority Hispanic. At the school that she's at now, and they have conversations about color and do they have conversations about the culture of the world more? And they talk to you guys about it? Mm-hmm. So how do you feel coming from a school that didn't really have the dialect as opposed to having at a school where you have the dialect?
It's different.
It's different. Do they ask you about your views?
Not a lot of the time. It depends on the class.
Depends on the class. So, even just educating our kids about what's going on, y'all, it's important, that we talk to them and be honest with them, because your kids, even if they're white, they interact with kids that are black, and their experiences are different. and we need to educate each kid about where we come from so that they have a better understanding.
Good luck with that.
Because the main issue that we having right now is that people live in a white world, the white people live in a white world, the black people live in a black world, and we don't talk to each other about each other's circumstances, where they come from, what happens, whatever. So when they cultivate together, they're under this impression.
It's not an impression, but that ain't gonna change because everybody's separate. Even when you like the jail, everybody separate themselves by class. So it's the same thing in the out world. Everybody separate themselves. Unless you have, which typically is co-workers or friends who you've been around for years and years, who you associate yourself with. But for the most part, most people, black people most races don't intermingle with people just cause unless they
working with them.
Working with them or something like that. So that's just like saying, you don't see all the black people decide like, hey, we gonna go to Billy Bob's tonight and get a intermingle and relax and chill out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I said let's go down there.
But that ain't gonna change nothing because at the end of the day, if those same parents who think a certain way of raising kids, that's the problem. Because they teaching their kids the same thing. If you're not teaching your kids to be different and see like, oh, that's fucked up. That shouldn't happen for nobody. Or you coming up with excuses like, oh, he had the right to shoot them. Which in some cases you do have the right to defend yourself and everything. Which is crazy. Speaking of that, it's like what I seen earlier today out in Lubbock, Texas. A man was trying to go get his kids from, I guess, his ex-wife or whatever. The guy, her boyfriend or whatever, ended up shooting and killing him.
I heard.
And I seen the video footage and him shooting him and everything, which is crazy. But the dude who ended up shooting and killing the guy, his ex-wife is a judge. Wow. So they didn't even arrest him or none of that. So it's like he got special privileges. I'm like, the guy was coming to pick up his kids. I ain't heard the whole story. I'm gonna have to do some more looking into it, but it's crazy. He didn't even get arrested or nothing. Shot and killed him right there trying to pick up his kids from his ex-wife's house, which the guy's ex-wife who shot him was married to a judge, and she's like some big district judge, and I guess he's like some big developer out in Lubbock, Texas. So it's been trying to people been posting it, trying to get it known to get him arrested or whatever here lately, which is crazy. So that just shows you how the system is. But I still say ain't nothing gonna change until you want stuff to change. If Black America and Brown America want stuff to change, start sending it's what I've been saying. Start sending your good kids, your good sons into a place, because we all know how we say the KKK and all of them, they infiltrated the police force and governments and all of that. Okay, start sending your kids in to infiltrate, learn, see what they doing, and get them up out of there. You want to change something, change something that way.
It's been people who tried.
And that's the same thing I try to tell mine. You go to the police force, then do this. You are in a position to learn, to train, to infiltrate, and get all of them evil motherfuckers out of there. Because if it's not going to be a straight playing field for everybody, and the laws straight down the line for everybody, no special treatment, if you did this, this is what you get, then that's where you should play it.
Two things. Squeaky is behind our camera, y'all. And she has been trying to minimize our camera time because she does not like when it go past 30 minutes, y'all. Because she has to edit this for us. We're very much past 30 minutes.
Well, that's because of you.
Is it because of me, Nala?
Yeah.
Really?
I never say nothing.
I don't like the fact that you're not saying that.
Remember what I told you?
I didn't answer.
Remember what I told you?
I didn't answer.
Remember what I told you? No, remember what I told you. Sometimes saying nothing at all is giving an answer.
I just looked away.
That's even worse when you look away.
You're doing majority of the talking.
You looked away like a puppy who's been in trouble, and you just say, "Hey, why'd you do that?" And the puppy
I gotta
just
get my
looked.
hair done tomorrow. I ain't taking no more chances.
First of all, I'm not the person leading this conversation.
We are gonna wrap this up because it was getting interesting. You know, it is, but we're gonna maybe have a second part to this because we got a holiday punch.
Oh yeah.
That
Grandma gonna be mad you giving out her recipe.
a secret holiday punch. I may not tell everybody how to whip it up, but and we got some rum we're gonna be trying on this next Sip Something Friday.
Y'all, it's his mother's punch, and he added his own thing to it.
Yeah, I added a twist to it. The alcohol is the twist, okay? But it's a punch. You got some rum to it. You can use any type of rum you want to use, but I use a certain type of rum. But that's gonna be on the next video we dropping.
But
Also.
even the punch, they kill it every single time you make it. So the punch is a winner
And
all by itself.
she does mean without the alcohol.
Yes,
Everybody
without
drinks
the
it up
alcohol,
like
they
crazy.
kill it. Except for me. I don't like it because it's too sweet. I'm the only person that don't drink it. I drink Sprite, and I always do.
Boo.
It's just too sweet. I just can't.
Yeah, but we gonna get back.
This was good.
It was good. The Casamigos, I like it. So I will put this on my list.
I can't drink it straight.
And this bottle was, I want to say about $40, and this is a 750.
750 ml.
So I will keep that on our list. It's a good tequila.
Yeah, it's very smooth.
It's
But
smooth.
you know,
It's not my Casa Jacones, but
I added my peach
the
right
Casamigos is good. So I can see what the hype was with everybody snatching it up.
We hope that you guys had a beautiful, beautiful Thanksgiving with your families. We know that we are coming close to the
End of the
end
year.
of 2021.
Man, never thought it would.
Move this fast.
Yeah,
It
it's
passed my
fast.
birthday.
And
It's been a good year though. I
It's
can't complain. It's
yeah.
been these last couple years, even with the whole Corona and shutdown. Man, this has been some of the best years I had.
You know why? Because we've gotten rest. We've
yeah.
enjoyed our family
Which
more.
I wish it would shut back down, cause man, it's like I got more rest and
Your mind
everything.
was clear.
The roads wasn't crazy. Everybody driving everywhere. I wish it would shut back down. Actually, this shit,
I don't wish that.
yeah, I do. I
Why?
do.
You did better. She did. This crazy.
No, she's still doing
She
good.
did better.
I ate
She did
still.
better on COVID, being at home and
She's
learning
still
by
doing
herself.
better.
What do you mean? I'm still got
I mean now, but I'm just saying,
And
when
I got
COVID
the
happened,
academic award.
her grades were okay, but they tripled, and she was straight A during the entire COVID, which she stayed at home during the entire COVID. She took the star
So-
on COVID, and she just blew it out the water the entire time. So, you know, like some kids can thrive during this, but I
Yeah,
will say this:
it was a lot of kids who couldn't.
who
Which
couldn't hack it during this
I
COVID time.
couldn't understand it. I was like, damn, you at home?
That's because they was either on their phone, not paying
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah,
And
they had
that-
their
and
camera
that-
And
off.
it's distractions.
And you know that's parents. Parents like, oh, I need a break. I need to get my kid. No, you need to do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have kids.
But I will say this: we've spent a lot more time doing things with our family. We spent a lot more time laughing. We spent a lot more time being silly. And
no, we was always silly.
we was always silly, you're right? That's what we do.
It
best.
it wasn't nothing new for us. Just,
But we did
was
spend
just staying
different
home
time
more.
with our families.
It was like,
Different time.
well,
with
I
our family.
she was at home working. She was at home schooling. I
Yeah.
was still out
Working.
in the field.
Yeah.
You know, I was one of those essentials
Yeah.
who are getting treated like now. Oh, you worth nothing if you don't get the jab. You know what I'm talking about? But
we spent time with our families differently
Yeah.
than this year than we've ever did.
yeah, and for me, it was just money. Everything freed up. Got off child support a year or two ago. So man, I've been living.
We're not even gonna talk about that. Cause that can go forever.
When you free up money, boy, it changes a lot. So
You probably need to do a whole nother video, just a whole video
man,
about child support.
and kids going to college, not at home. And which I will
They
say,
grown.
yeah, my kids are grown. They've been handling their own bills in college.
Thank God for
they,
that.
They getting their own grants, tuition.
They work.
They work.
Good job.
Good job. I mean, they work too much. I tell them all the time, man, you need to take a break.
Making some good money though.
They making great
Nah,
money.
nah.
Great money for their age.
No, it ain't even great money for their.
$22, $20. That's good for
No,
a 7,
not for the
18, 19,
actually
20
it's
year
not
old.
for the comedy now. You still got to spend a lot for your apartment, rent your
Food.
car and everything. So
Well.
it doesn't even out right. Like even for this state, they say I think for Texas like the minimum was like every person should make like $50,000 a year. just for the minimum.
But let's be honest,
If it goes
most
by
average
state.
college students are working in restaurant businesses where the minimum wage is between 7 and 9.
Yeah, so they are making.
They are making great money for their age.
No, they're making great money, not even just for their age, but just period right now.
Yeah.
They're making way above the minimum wage, so
Yeah.
I give them that. But it still doesn't even out with how inflation and everything is going on, and you trying to, because rent is crazy. I'm trying to figure out how I can get free rent, because this is just ridiculous. But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah,
But, so
it's a whole nother video.
But yeah, like I wish everything was shut back down for another 6 months. You know, even when I was out, it was just, even when it was shut
Peaceful
down,
because
it
nobody was moving.
It was peaceful. The air seemed more fresh, cleaner.
Less traffic, less pollution.
Which she didn't see none of that. They didn't see
No,
none of
we
that.
was in the house.
I did, because I still was out pretty much every day. I mean, it slowed down for maybe like the first month, but other than that, I was been still on the go. And no, I ain't never caught COVID or none of that.
He hasn't.
Thank God, and I keep thanking God. And I take care of myself. I take my vitamins. I take my sea moss. I do my detox, my body cleanse, all of that on a regular. So,
But
Okay.
I can say 2020, 2021, we have been blessed.
2022, I know I said
It's our year.
we've
To
been.
give me a pet.
We're not talking about no
I
damn
told you, I'm
pets.
not getting no animal until
Cat?
we get a house.
Until I get a house. I'm trying to buy a house.
We
Build a
trying to
house.
buy a house, yes.
Build a house.
We trying to build.
I've been
next
looking at
year.
land, which I said that last year. I done got my eyes on some land, so I'm kind of still behind. I was planning on make that happen at this end of the year, but man, I got kind of
4
sidetracked.
minutes left before you hit an hour.
Oh, Jesus. Wait a minute. Well, it's good. A good video.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
It's a good video,
But
you know.
this is what I will say.
But still
Go ahead, babe.
trying to get some land, do some other things. Like I said, trying to come in this 2022
Strong.
millionaire. Got some. I'm in the trying to get in this wolf pack gang. Say Tom McCoy.
He's working on investments.
Crypto, a few other things.
And
Man,
I'm
trying
trying
to
to break
learn
into
from-
real estate.
trying to learn from Earn Your Leisure. Y'all need to check them out. I've been learning a lot watching them.
We'll tag them below too to get yourself some education on it.
Yes, maybe they need to pay me if I were a referral link.
He ain't getting nothing
Well,
for
well,
it.
they don't need a referral link because
Well-
they getting their thing. Y'all have seen them on the Breakfast Club. 2 million views on that episode. Man, I'm trying to learn, trying to get in where I fit in is what I say.
But I can't, like I said, I can say that
But-
we have been blessed.
But this year, yeah,
all of our kids have been healthy. They're all been good.
we only had one to get sick from COVID, and he went to which is crazy because we was in Miami like a week or two before,
him.
and he went to what is that?
A big ass concert. I don't remember what it was.
I can't think of the fest that be going on. Matter of fact, it's the one that the baby almost got canceled, or they tried to
He
cancel.
did get canceled.
Yeah, nah, he's still here. He didn't get canceled. He got quiet for a minute, but he didn't get canceled. But yeah, he went to that festival. He ended up coming home, and he did get sick from it. But you know, he pulled through. God is good. That's the only thing
Yeah,
I can
he
say.
is. Our families, our parents haven't
Older
been sick with
parents,
COVID.
Nobody, you know.
Our siblings haven't had it, and we haven't had. Well, I guess I had something similar. I guess a version of it.
And yeah, we think she has some symptoms of it, but
I still
me
was
and nobody
still
else in the
fighting.
house had any symptoms. No,
Yeah.
nothing. Fine, good.
So we've been good. We've been blessed, and you know we had tons of things to be thankful for because when I say like we really enjoyed our kids, we enjoyed our family time, we enjoyed just being together this year and just trying to take each moment for what we can. We really did.
But
And we're going to do more of that in the next year, this 2022.
hey, George Clooney, I just want to shout out Casamigos. This is good. I like it. I
It
dig
was
it.
good.
I can rock with it. You know, I might hit this at the club a few times. I might ask for that Casamigos. So
He going to be mad when ain't nobody going to have it.
for all my tequila sippers, y'all should go ahead and try this. It is a good one to sip. Especially
I personally
for my
think
first
that
time
the,
sipping it, I like it.
Raspado, I feel like it's stronger
Yeah, it's a little.
than the Blanco.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Just wondered if it was me.
It's aged different. You dig? That's like, the Blanco is like the young boy, the Raspado is like the middleman. That's like me, the Silver Fox gang.
Yeah,
That's what that is. But Mr. Mostyle,
He's doing too much, y'all. He's doing too
Mr.
much.
Stay Mobbing right now, I'm out.
Lady Mostyle, I hope you guys had a blessed and beautiful Thanksgiving. And
Holiday, hell day.
I don't know. Are we gonna do another video before the end of the year?
Yes, we got the bamboo. I wasn't supposed to tell
He wasn't
nobody.
even supposed to tell y'all the name.
Secret.
We got another.
The
probably-
holiday punch.
You
is
think
coming.
1 or 2 more videos before the closeout?
I don't know.
We don't know. We might surprise y'all. And we hope you guys have a blessed week.
Weekend, cause what today's Friday, man. I feel like
This has been weird.
I know the
Being off.
holidays got me off. I've been off for extra day too. I done had like 5 days off.
We didn't realize it was Friday till 7 o'clock today.
Yesterday was
So you guys have a good one. Thank
Peace.
you.
Time, and I wanna spend some time with you. Just the two of us.